We played great. That team's was mentioned in one of the top teams in the country, and we went in and we played great defense, and we executed really, really well on the offensive end, and I think they probably may have one of the top point guards, if not the top point guard in the country. She was averaging 26 points a game coming in, and we held her to 19, which is well below her average. And we took a couple people out of the game that that scored major points from them. One of them, I think about a 10 or 12 point scorer. Her name is Vidlin. She had 0 against us, and we did a good job throughout the whole night. I was really, really impressed. Bouncing back from the Lewis game, we had some things that we had to that we discussed about and worked on during practice, and it all fell into place for us in that game.
Another win in
Crookston, again, played well. We had a day's rest in between, and had a chance to see them play Michigan Tech the night before, and we actually, other than for maybe a 2-minute stretch in the second quarter, played really, really well throughout the whole night. Got it up to 20-some points on them, and got the ball inside, and there was a lot of mismatches. They did a lot of switching. We got a lot of mismatches with Jessica Schultz and Aaron Hunkela and Darby Youngstrom down low, and they went to work down there and had a real fine game themselves. And Lexi Smith, started to show her, strengths as a basketball player. We started her all weekend, and every night she came up with, I think, double figures in almost every single game. So, and drew their toughest assignment on defense and did a great job for us. And I thought we played well too in that game.
How big was it to get Aaron Hunkela back?
It's great, but she's in for an MRI right now. Okay. It's good to have her back. She's got to stay out of foul trouble. All right, she needs to stay out of foul trouble. It's the only thing that's been setting her back. She's playing really well when she's on the court. Huge night against Concordia. Huge night. She was everywhere. 16 points, 11 rebounds. I think she had 3 or 4 blocks, 3 or 4 steals. She was everywhere. And I don't even think I ran a play for her, to be honest with you. I don't even think I ran one play for her. She was doing all that damage on her own. And at times we need her to do those types of things. And then she played great again. She played great all weekend, I thought, other than against Moorhead. She got in foul trouble and only played 16 minutes. We need Erin to play 28 to 30 minutes for us, and I'm trying to figure out ways to do that. But our depth at the center position is, without Taylor being here, it keeps Erin on the bench for the first 4 or 5 minutes of every half. And she needs to come in for Jessica. Well, I would love to be starting Jessica, and I'd love to be starting Aaron and Darby Youngstrom and Lexi Smith. Those are our 4 top scorers, but unfortunately, without Taylor being here, we can't go with that type of a rotation. So it's kind of affecting how, our depth in those areas.
Was foul trouble the key against Moorhead?
Yes, in the third quarter it was. Game's tied with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and we weren't playing great, but we weren't playing bad, and we were competing. The biggest thing was they had 3 days to rest. They're mattering all heck at getting beat by Tech, So they got a lot of motivation against us, and we're dead tired coming off the Crookston game with no prep time at all. Walk through on Sunday morning and right into the game in the afternoon. So, it was we missed a couple of assignments. We were just watching film with them. We missed a couple of assignments. A couple of freshmen missed a couple of assignments that may have given us the lead throughout the whole game. We were 16-14 at the end of the first. We're down 2. We're down 4 at the half, and I'm telling you, we gave them quite a few points early on. And if we would have been, our defense assignments would have been better. I think we should have had a lead at that time. And then we got in foul trouble in the third quarter. And when you're on the road, you're not going to get all the calls that you want. And I thought we had them trapped a few times, and they shot it in a trap, and then there'd be a foul. When we got 4 hands high, and then there was a foul, and they kept going to the free throw line, and they were scoring points at the free throw line, and we couldn't get free throws, and we couldn't get the ball in the basket on our end, so we got ourselves in trouble right before the end of the third quarter. But other than that, I was really happy with the way we competed all weekend, because we had a little competitive thing against Lewis that bothered us early in the season, and I really thought we competed as hard as we could all weekend, even with the short rest that we had in a couple of games.
Elizabeth Luck's got the majority of the minutes at the point guard position. Is she ahead of Amber right now?
Yes, she is. Yeah, Liz can do a little bit more. She can score the ball from the outside. She had a huge game against Crookston. She had 8 points for us against Crookston, and she played. She got in foul trouble against Concordia, and Amber played the majority of the minutes, and Amber did a great job. The one thing these two are doing is keeping our turnovers down, which is almost impossible for two freshman point guards. I mean, we went in and we had 12 turnovers against Crookston. I think we had 13 turnovers against Concordia, and we had 10 against Moorhead State. And I'm telling you what, I'll be honest with you, Brianna was running our point guard, we would have 18 or 20 turnovers, just the way Brianna played. You know, all the exciting things she did, she was just the ball was going places that maybe it shouldn't go all the time. But they have kept our turnovers down. They're doing an incredible job getting us into our offense for two young girls. And, you know, and Liz has the capabilities of scoring. She didn't get a chance against Moorhead. She missed a couple shots that she normally makes. But between the two of them, they're going to, you know, we've committed to them. They're going to play 40 minutes. And whoever's playing good that night's going to get the majority of those minutes.
Looking at your opponents coming up, what do you see out of them?
I know they've been beating up our league a little bit, so they've given it to a couple of our teams in our league. I know Southern Indiana returns almost everybody from a 23-win team last year, so we got our hands full this week. And I'm just, you know, my focus is on us playing the best competition and getting ready for the conference, probably more so than I've ever been. I honestly think that if we were healthier, that we would have a real legitimate chance of winning the North Division. But we are really nicked up bad, to be honest with you. And I told you I didn't want to cry about this, but Aaron Hunkel is in for an MRI. Jessica Schultz can hardly walk. And our whole front line's gone, you know. I don't know if Jess is going to be able to play. How much more? There's a chance she's going to have surgery. I don't know. She's having a tough time. So, but other than that, you know, I'm happy with what we did this weekend. Played probably two really good teams. Got one win against one of them, and gave number 19 Moorhead a real good run on their home court. So, competitively, we're in the ball game, and we'll just keep fighting, and hopefully I can keep these girls as healthy as possible as long as I can. Good? All right, awesome. Thanks.